Friday night's sectional championship game sold out hours before the game even started. The Dog Pound was packed with Bulldog fans, but the Wildkits student section made the trip up to cheer on their boys as well. The Wildkits came into the game last night the favorite, but Carson Newsom and Deshaun Davidson and the rest of the Dogs didn't plan on letting down their faithful fans. Coach Ashlaw and Coach Ellis finish up their pregame plan, and we are ready to get things started. The 100-year rivalry between the two teams became clear right after a block shot and a jump ball call leads to some extracurriculars after the whistle. The boys are separated and the benches get their stars to focus up. Defense played a big part in the first quarter. Here's Newsom getting in the way of a layup, rebounding it, and tossing it up to Jordan Brown for the and one. That was the first points of the game after almost 2 minutes of play. The good ball movement by Evanston doesn't pay off as Bryant Brown gets a hand in the way of Lance Jones' shot. Later, he showcases his skills on offense by driving and scoring, picking up a shooting foul. The Wildkits get their offense going. Eastern drops a pass to Williams on the block for a bucket. Newsom then brings the Bulldogs within 1 point after a strong finish in the paint. At the start of the second, Evanston's Chris Hamill lets one rip from beyond the three-point line. This extends the Wildkits' lead. Elijah Williams helps that lead grow after grabbing the board and putting it off the glass for two. These Bulldogs wouldn't stop, though. Jaden Brown gets the score to 28-30 after this shot from the lane. Newsom gets the Bulldogs the lead after a 15-footer from the short corner. And at the end of the half, he grabs a rebound to give Waukegan momentum going into the locker room. At intermission, the Bulldogs find themselves down 34-35. After the break, Coach Ellis and the Wildkits look to show the gym that they are the state title favorites for a reason, but one person stands in their way, Carson Newsom. This and one three-pointer put the lead back in the Bulldogs' hands. Shortly after, Bryant Brown snags a rebound and puts it back up and through the net. The fans in yellow were feeling it. And then, just when he thought the gym couldn't get any louder, Newsom hits a contested three from way out deep. The chance of an upset started to set in, and the fans knew it. The looks of frustration shone clear on Evanston fans' faces, as Newsom had over half the team's points. Coach Ellis did his best to keep his boys focused, though. No one was more focused late in the game than the Wildkits' number 20, Nogel Eastern. He makes this bucket look easy, and then the next time down, Jones finishes his drive with two. A quick pass out to the corner, and then a three-ball from Hamill gave Evanston the lead back. The score now sat at 53-51 Wildkits. Then Eastern grabs one of his 19 rebounds and puts it back for the momentum-stealing and one. A made free throw here would give Evanston a comfortable lead. The three-point play put smiles on Wildkits fans' faces, and their excellent defense late in the game gave no reason to frown. A great finish here from Eastern got him over 20 points on the night. Another great block on defense, followed by an aggressive rebound, gave Coach Ashlaw a reason for a timeout. The boys in white talk over how to put this game out of reach, and Jaheim Holden must have been part of that conversation. He drops a dime for the Wildkits. On the other end, Eastern finds another rebound, then finds Jones for a layup in transition. Up 10 in the fourth quarter, Williams comes up big one more time in the paint with a lay-in to extend the lead. Williams had 18 points on the night, with 14 rebounds. But the tides really turned when Newsom picked up his fifth and final foul. If the loss of Newsom wasn't enough to seal the deal, Williams' rim rocker was. That put the Wildkits out of reach. The boys in white survive and advance. The sectional title is with Evanston. This Tuesday, the boys will be heading to Chicago to battle for the Super Sectional and a chance to go to the state finals.
Oh, it's an awesome feeling. Just coming out and playing hard, team effort, and we got the job done.
They were a tough team to beat, especially at home, but they were just in our way, so we got to go.
Yeah, we haven't been tested like that the way we were tonight, where we got down 10, double digits. But our guys have a lot of strong resolve in them. You know, they're a great group of guys that play together as a team.
It was an effort that took 1 through 4 quarters, and we used and took advantage of our conditioning to get the win.
We're real determined to win this game. Real determined to get past the sectionals. You know, you don't want to look too far in the future, but you definitely got to look to the future if you want to get there. You know what I mean?
Our guys showed up, you know, focused. Again, the leadership is shared amongst his team. I thought Nogel did a great job tonight, you know, finishing around the basket. He had 19 rebounds, really cleaned up a lot of plays for us that could have went the other way.
This is the real question I want to ask. How does it feel when you throw down an awesome dunk right before the end of the game to seal the deal?
It's got to be the best thing in the world, man. It's got to be the best thing in the world.
You know, you can't get to state unless you win the next game, so there's really no point in talking about it. We have one game coming up against Whitney Young, and we've got to put everything that we've put into the season up to this point to go up against a really talented and well-coached Whitney Young team. So, believe me, our focus is going to be solely on the Whitney Young Dolphins.
Follow LES_highlights.
Follow LES_highlights.